Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brad. In my hands is one of this week's new releases. This is the first volume for Tony Stark Iron Man, Self-Made Man. It is the latest relaunch or restart, reboot, whatever you want to call it, of Iron Man for Marvel Comics. 2018 Marvel rebooted or restarted a whole bunch of their comics. This is obviously one of them, shaking up creative teams, starting with number ones. So this trade paperback collects issues 1 through 5. Dan Slott took over for writing, and when it comes to art, we got Valerio, Schiti, Dunbar, Hyuk, Lim, Edgar, Delagado, Rachelle, Rosenberg, and Dono, Sanchez-Almara. This first trade is really interesting. So it's 5 issues. And a lot of it is just straight up setup for what's to come in the future. There's some definite action. There is some interesting battles within, and introduction to characters and kind of new roles for characters. And I think really this 5 issues is all, it feels like one big giant setup for everything else that's going to come down the road. We've got Tony dealing with being resurrected in a new old body. His old body, but, cloned. We got Rhodey back, also cloned. We've got AIs are now protected citizens, so that kind of screws things up for Tony's AI system in his armor. There is Stark Unlimited is kind of rocking things and doing it kind of, I'll say new direction or new focus, definitely bigger. We've got new evil corporation he's got to deal with, relationship issues, just there's a lot out there. And Dan Slott, it does a really good job with putting it all together. Within what is it within really reminds me of a lot of the stuff he was doing with Parker Industries in Spider-Man run, which is great because I thought that stuff was really interesting. There's definitely very similar tonal aspect between that and this first trade. There's some solid potential in it, and then of course the big story is that there is a mole within Stark Unlimited, and they're trying to figure out who it is, and that's revealed really early on as to who the traitor is and who's behind it. So all that kind of comes together in a solid way. As I said, it still feels like setup. This isn't like an arc that there's a bad guy, you go from the beginning, you get to the end, you've defeated the bad guy. This is 3 or 4 different stories in the various comics. Some go on for more issues than others, and they all kind of build towards this start up of this new direction for Tony Stark and Iron Man. So interesting. It's really interesting stuff. Obviously you have to kind of judge where things go from there. There's Return of Arno Stark, which is a fascinating one, and I can't wait to see where Tony takes, or where Dan Slott takes that all. Art, I think, is really solid. It's a really good looking series. So we got. Well, we'll show some stuff off. We'll kind of flip through some various art. Yeah, this was actually kind of cool. So as I said, the art is pretty solid stuff. It's good. There's some variants in the back that show off Tony's armor throughout the year. And basically, if you're really into Tony Stark or want to hop in and check out Iron Man, this is a great spot to do it. Interesting series. It's one that's going to be the long run is really where it's going to pay off. But yeah, I would kind of describe this trade as really like the prologue and that moment kind of setting up the bigger story. So you might feel a little unsatisfied reading it, but I think it's all leading to something else. Hopefully, it's leading to something else. You can go get this in comic shops now. We'll be in bookstores on January 15th. But go support your comic shop. There's a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. Tell if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. There are affiliate links. The affiliate links, obviously, we get a small percentage of them. By doing that, you have to support our site, though. And I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with the review copy and supporting us that way. We like to be transparent about that and let you decide how to weight our reviews like that. If you're into Iron Man, if you're into Marvel, if you're into comics, you can check us out every single day, every single day, pretty much every hour on the hour at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping you nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.